Alright, what's good everyone? Welcome to another video on the channel. So the Rimac C_2 is out. It's finally out. It was part of the spring season. As you can see, I got it. And I'm gonna make a video on it. I get it, right? People want me to take a look at this thing. I get it. People have been telling me in the comments for a while to have a look at this car and see what it can do. It's, first of all, interesting because it's a fully electric car, right? Fully electric. No hybrid engines. It also has a first gear and a second gear, which is a little bit weird to me because usually electric cars have a first gear and a reverse gear, and that's pretty much it. Their torque comes in instantly. There's no build-up. It's a very, very interesting car. I'm just driving it around right now. It's just weird that it makes no noise. It's just the noise of those tires. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead. Wait, what happened? I did not want to do that. I want to go ahead and actually mess around with this thing. People said that you could put drift suspension on this thing. I haven't actually taken... This is like literally my first reaction to this guy. That's not true. Because I did make a video before, obviously with the Rivals event that came out at the start of the... Not the spring season, but literally when the actual season started. With all the new cars and all that sort of stuff. With the update number 9, I think it is. Correct me if I'm wrong. Either way. It was a rival event. That's the first time I've driven this car. It was actually very interesting, very fun car to drive. So I wanted to now see what this thing can do. Now that I own it, now that I feel like it's mine, I see it in my inventory, and I want to try it out. Let's test out its top speed. I don't expect this car to be stupidly fast in a straight line. I do accept it to get, not accept it. I do expect it to get to its top speed rate. It's just weird that there's no sound. I expect this thing to get to its top speed very, very quickly. So there's 200 miles per hour. Fairly quick. This is stock, by the way. I haven't done anything to this car. I don't know what you can do to it, first of all. Is that it? 255 is the top speed. Is it actually? Oh, almost 260. 259. Oh, it's like bordering 260. There's no third gear or anything like that, so I can't really do anything there. Wait. I have an idea. Because this car is a rear-wheel drive, or not rear-wheel drive, because the car is an electric drive car. Weird to say that. Technically, reverse gear should be just as long as first gear? Is it? Yeah, it is. It's doing 116 miles per hour in reverse. See, this is what I'm talking about, because if I go ahead and I take out a car that's only got the one gear, right? It'll be just as fast going forward as it is going in reverse. I think the Regera is one of those cars. Tesla would be one of those cars, but it's not in this game. I think it was in Horizon 3. It's just funny driving in reverse at like pretty fast speeds. Anyway. Let's just do stuff to this car. I mean, like, there's not really anything else I can possibly do to it now to drive it, to test it out. I mean, it's okay. It doesn't handle the best. It's fairly heavy car, I'm gonna guess, because it is electric, so it's gonna have a lot of batteries. But it should have a really good center of balance, because usually the batteries are placed on the floor of this thing. Yeah, it almost weighs 2 tons, which is ridiculous. 1,887 horsepower, so you can see where that power is coming from on this thing. It's an S2994. There's no engine swaps. Is there really nothing that we can do on this car? When it comes to, we can put drift suspension. Okay. Interesting stuff here. We can put drift suspension on this thing. So instead of us getting this, that's just really weird. And this weight reduction is insane. Almost 400 kilos off. Or is it more than 400 kilos? What am I at now? No, it's almost 400 kilos. I'm gonna keep the stock tires. Do I keep the stock tires? I mean, there's nothing really changing here. It's on race tires already. Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna keep the stock tires. It's got 275s in the front. It's got 315s on the rear. I'm gonna keep those wheels, or those tires. I'm gonna change the wheels though. Get this thing looking a little bit nicer. Because those wheels just look terrible. I don't even know what they are. Are they like just supposed to be aerodynamic and that's pretty much it? I don't really know what would actually suit this car, to be completely honest. ADVs usually look good on like supercars and stuff like that, which is something that I usually... Ooh, I like these. Sure, why not? Change the size, I guess. You can go some 21-inch on the front. Maybe do the same on the rear. Yeah, they don't look too bad. And because it's got drift suspension, we can bring our track width out a lot. Especially for the front end. The rear end, maybe the center one. And that looks it looks a little bit better. Wait, continue working for a second. Is there any... No, I don't even know why I asked, or why I was about to ask. Is there any sort of Forza parts that we can handle? Actually, these don't look terrible. These don't look terrible. They somewhat suit it. Not really, but somewhat. Let's just put it on anyway. It doesn't really make too much of a difference. Yeah, it doesn't look that bad. It could be a lot worse. The Forza parts could look a lot worse. So, I know, continue working. We have to... What? We have to... Did I change all this? Okay, I did. Never mind. Okay, well, we're done, I guess. There's not a lot of stuff that we can do to this car, as you can see. So weight-wise, it's a lot lighter than it was before. Top speed-wise, I don't see this extending too much. Maybe with my gear ratios changing that slightly, should get my speed up a little bit. If I do this and I change all that to speed, yeah, our top speed is just limited by our gears. I guess that's pretty much it. It doesn't really change at all if I do this. What if I change it all the way to cornering? Will that slow it down? Ever so slightly. Just slightly. So I'm gonna keep this. Reset to the default tuning settings. Just leave it the way it is, I guess. I'm gonna go bring the center of balance as well for our drifting to 85% to the rear wheels. We'll see what that's like. Let's just drive it, I guess. Anything interesting in the car mastery that we can get here? Not really. 30 grand. Yeah, okay. Well, let's just drive it, I guess. I mean, there's nothing really else that we can do here. I mean, just test this thing out and see what's good. Having this torque. Man, the drift suspension on this thing is actually pretty good. The drift suspension is actually pretty good on it. It's got so much torque, and it's all instant. It just decides to pick up speed so quickly. It just reminds me of when I was doing the Rivals event. It's actually really easy to handle, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I have to. I have to Fortune Island this. I have to see what it's like on Fortune Island. This is the place to test out drift, guys. It's got the run. It's got the needle climb. I have to test it out. See if this is any good. I think this might actually dominate the hill climb. Not gonna lie. Well, we're gonna come downhill first of all, and we'll go back uphill afterwards if I really want to. But downhill first. Downhill means that it'll test out more of its suspension. I mean, again, it doesn't really have a tune on it. Just has the setup that's standard with the parts that you get. Why keep it a second though? That's the question here. I'm not on sim steering. Man, this is weird having two gears first of all, and having so much torque all at once. It just picks up and goes. I like this. I can have really long slides with this thing. I don't have to like manji or anything. I kind of hear the electric motors just ever so slightly. I don't know if you guys will be able to hear them because of the tires. But if you listen carefully, you will be able to hear this thing rev slightly. This is so easy to drive though, like, oh my god. It just feels like a normal car. It just feels like an everyday normal car when you're driving it. It's just that it has that instant torque. That's it. Transitions are easy with it. It's hard to actually spin out, especially with the drift suspension. I think this would be a really good car to go uphill with, because a lot of the downhill runs just don't really require you to have a lot of power. Because obviously gravity will just bring you down the hill. 483. No sim steering. Almost 500,000 points. I think that's a pretty impressive run. I'm not gonna lie. Now, uphill's a little bit more of a challenge, usually for some of the cars, but since this has so much torque, so much power, I feel like it shouldn't really phase it too much. It does have grip as well, it's on race tires. So it should pull itself up quite nicely. So far, absolutely zero issue. Don't really have a lot of angle though for some of these corners. I am keeping it so low in the revs because it just doesn't matter for this thing. Like I said, it's just instant torque. It doesn't matter where you are in, I'm gonna say, the rev range. This is weird to drive. This is really weird to drive, man. I messed it up there because I thought I was gonna go a little bit too fast, so I slowed myself down slightly and didn't even make the corner. Even like the torque split and everything, I think this is really, really good. Look at it. It just keeps wanting to pull you uphill. Like it's... This is dumb. Oh god. Finally, I went too fast. Pulling 400,000 points uphill as well, even after messing up. $426 up. I like this thing. I actually really like it. I think I've heard some people be like fairly disappointed with this car, that it's not like the new fastest car in the game or whatever. I don't care. We have an electric drift car. Like what? That's just so random. It's just so random to have drift suspension on this thing. First of all, anybody make any specific tunes for it though? Because if we have some tunes for it that are made by like some proper big pro people, we can. I mean, like when it says stupid fast, it'll be fast to accelerate, I guess, but it doesn't really make too much of a difference here because there's very small amount of tuning that you can do to it. A little bit of suspension tuning and you add your drag tires and that's about it. You can't really like do much, but there's no drift tune on it. There's literally no drift tune on it at all, like for the suggested tunes, which is very interesting. I mean, this handles like a dream right now. I'm not gonna lie, this handles really well. I'm gonna try some sim steering as well because that is something that usually people do all the time. Use sim steering for these zones, so let's just do it. We got a little bit of rain, maybe help us out, we'll see. These tires rip so hard still. Front end pulls in very nicely as well with sim steering now. It's a lot more active, I guess. It doesn't feel like it's there just to be there. It actually does flick you in very nicely. There's no clutch kicking or anything like that. Well, maybe there is actually. But it doesn't work when you just hold the e-brake in. I feel like with the sim steering on, I need to let it go a little bit further before I try to correct it, especially with this being still all-wheel drive. Even that little bit of power that goes to the front wheel, that little 15%, if I accelerate and counter steer, it will try pulling me in that direction a little bit, so I may have to be a little bit more careful with that. Other than that, still just as easy to drive as any other car. It just doesn't make a noise. Really interesting machine right now. Really interesting. I like it. I really like it. It's just something different. It is just something different. It kind of sucks that I've been drifting around at nighttime, but hopefully the aurora in the background is nice for you guys to look at while this is almost fully pitch black here. But yeah, Rimac, try it out yourselves. If you guys haven't gotten it, it's only 50%. It's very, very easy to get. I mean, what have I done here to get this? I've done the weekly Forza-thon, and I've done the speed trap, speed zone, danger sign, and these monthly things here, which is the online adventure and the monthly rivals. That's all I've done. And I got 60% on the spring season. I think maybe I've done one of these. Yeah, 2 awesome air skills, which I got by accident. Like, it's very, very easy to get. 100% recommend you guys try this thing out yourselves. Really, really do. Anyway, I think I'll leave you guys there with this video. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. The Rimac C_2 is here. We finally have another electric car in the game. Well, is this the second? Is this the first or second electric car that we have in the game? I feel like it may be the first one because Tesla's not in this game. I don't really know. I can't remember honestly, but either way, we have an electric car in the game that we can drift, which just makes it a little bit more interesting. But yeah, that's it. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.